Kevin Durant, I'm so happy I'm running into you like this because I have to ask you how tall you are. How tall are you?
Wow.
Because there's some huge controversy about you being a lot taller than 6'10" with this Team USA photo shoot that happened. Have you seen this?
Mm. No, I don't know why that. I guess those guys might be shorter than what their numbers say. I'm 6'9" though, so it looks like Bam Adebayo is probably 6'8"
Yeah.
instead of 6'10", and AD is probably 6'9". So they probably adding a little more in their height while I'm keeping
Uh,
mine at the same. I'm
you
not
look
lying about my height.
you look just as tall as Embiid, and he's listed at 7 feet. So you're saying those guys are all lying.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Embiid's not 7 feet.
I just thought maybe you're 7'2" and you've been lying this whole time.
Nah, nah.
No.
You seen me? You seen me before? I look 7'2".
I couldn't tell because you were sitting at the Super Bowl. Now that that's taken care of and the world can rest, let's talk about 2024 Paris, just a few weeks away. So exciting, your fourth game. How is the calf? America needs to know.
Yeah, it's getting better every day. There's something not to be playing with or forcing myself to play with. So I'm just taking my time day by day and trusting in the trainers, and I'll be ready here soon.
Love to hear it. Kevin, should Americans then be more concerned with the developing story about Joel Embiid not being able to spin a basketball on his finger?
Hey man, Steph, right? I think they both need to practice. We got a lot of time for it. So by the end of the summer, they'll be right.
You said that you not only want Team USA to get another gold medal, their fifth straight, but you want dominant wins. You want to win by 40 to 50 points. What are you trying to do? Is bulletin board material in the games not a thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody makes it known that they want to kill us. So why not just reciprocate that energy and say the same thing? Uh, and it makes it fun. They're gonna bring their best effort against us, and I think we got the talent to go out there and dominate. Well, when I mean dominate, it might not be 40 or 50 point wins, but you can still show dominance in a tight game or a 10, 15 point game. So I just want us to play elite brand of ball for 40 minutes.
Outside of depth, what makes this team unique?
Oh, we got a bunch of selfless guys. A lot of guys who have been dreaming about playing for Team USA for some time, who've sacrificed their all time to play for this team. So they're coming here with no ego. Guys are coming in here looking to play off of one another and have some fun. It's all about the win. Nobody cares about individual stats. All they care about is the gold medal.
How much does Steph want this since he doesn't have one?
Everybody wants it, but especially Steph, since he has such a incredible resume thus far. This is something that he wanted to check a box on after doing everything else as a basketball player. So it's gonna be cool going on this journey with him, knowing that this is his first time and knowing that he can do so much for his legacy, his resume. It'll be cool getting back on that horse with him, trying to get to that mountaintop.
You've got 3 golds at home. Where do you keep them?
In a safe. I don't really. I don't want to put them out in the house in my trophy case, so I keep those in the safe. Hopefully, I add to that collection.
Yeah, hopefully we get you a fourth one. You and Ant
Yeah.
together on this team. I can't wait to watch. He makes it very known that he hits you up for advice and questions.
Yeah.
What is the last thing Anthony Edwards asked you?
Man, we were at dinner last night. Ant doesn't really ask anything. He just like makes statements, make declarations. Like he's one of those guys that'll just spark up a conversation. I think that's why we all love how charismatic he is because he has knowledge about a lot of things and he has a lot of energy. So I like being around him. He's one of the guys I gravitated towards early on in camp.
You guys are selfless. You get along. You all want to win. You have the talent and the depth. I'm trying to figure out like what could be a weakness in Team USA, and the only thing I can come up with is Rihanna. I've heard. Here's my concern. I'm a little afraid. Like if you're Drake, who you're friendly with, can't Drake just call? And he's Canada, obviously. Can't he
Mhm.
just call Rihanna and say, "I need you to be in Paris. I need you to sit courtside for this," because then you'll be distracted.
Me?
Uh-huh.
Nah, I don't think that's a button that you can press to get
No.
in our way. You know what I'm saying? I think complacency is a little bit more scary, terrifying than Rihanna at this point. If we come out here and rely just on who we are and what we build up in the NBA and not actually come out there and play harder than our opponents, then we might not win. And that's that simple. That's across, no matter how much talent you got, how good you are, if you don't put your best foot forward, then you're selling yourself short. And I think that's what we want to do as a team.
After you win your fourth gold, you get to go home to new leadership in Phoenix.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing? What do you value most about your new coach?
Just from talking to him throughout the summer, just his experience, just his knowledge for um, the game of basketball in general, but just how to, you know, be a leader of men. It's important when you're coming into the league or when you're a coach on a new team is establishing your personality and getting to know your guys outside of basketball. And I think that's what Coach Bud has done thus far is just simply just wanting to know who we are. And then that'll help him coach us better on the floor. And that'll help us, go out there and execute what he wants us to do, when we had that relationship. So it's starting off right.
Are you happy in Phoenix?
Yeah, I'm happy to be alive. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain about nothing. Phoenix has been it was a different transition, tough transition moving from New York, fast-paced city lifestyle to a slowed down pace in Phoenix. But I feel like I got my rhythm midway through the season and then getting comfortable. Basketball is the easy part, you can figure that out. But just the everyday lifestyle, I feel comfortable in Phoenix now.
I love just that line saying happy to be alive. Like I love listening to you because you attack basketball and from such like a place of wisdom. I don't know how you've mastered it or what point in your life you were like, I deal with the ebbs and flows. It's the beautiful part of the game, the
Yeah.
adversity, all of that. I think it's really beautiful, not just for even a sports fan, but for everybody. What right now, obviously you want another ring, we get it. What
Yeah.
is the most fulfilling thing to you right now in your career?
Um, just simply getting up and being able to show up. That's an underrated part of a lot of things that some people don't get that opportunity to just get up that next day and just go to work and without, having to worry about shit. I could just get up and play my game and people support me and got great teammates, coaches, family, friends that want to see me do well. So I'm just happy I just get to get up and do what I love to do and I still got the energy in my body to do it.
Yeah, and I mean, how many times have you been asked about how long you're going to play? That's crazy.
Feel like every day for the last 2 years now.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a young man's game, and you start this. You know when the end is. People who watch and follow our sport, they know when the end is. So, I tell people until I feel like I don't feel like going to work out or feel like training again. I guess, So I just want to. I still love to get up and shoot the ball. I still love getting up and feeling the gym, and So if that when that goes away, we'll see.
Talk a little NFL here. You and your Washington Commanders. You've got a new ballsy GM, all new coaching staff, new quarterback in Jayden Daniels. I think I'm all in. I want you to tell me, do you think,
Really.
yeah, why not, right? Do you think they can,
Well, coming from you, that's a major cosign.
well, I feel like you're the reason they drafted Jayden Daniels. Like, how often were you texting Magic Johnson saying, this is what I want, here are my thoughts for my ideas?
I might have shot a couple texts out there. I was a fan of the Heisman winner this past year. And we also it feels like he got like he's like the KD of college football last year with his body type. So you watch him on TV, it's easy to watch their team because of how he plays. And so hopefully he brings that same type of enthusiasm to the game, to Washington. Everybody's rallying around him. We feel like we got a player that can take us somewhere now.
You just gave me a great soundbite that he's the KD of Washington. Tell me more. What do you mean by that? Body type? What do you mean?
Yeah, I felt like he pops off the screen. When you turn on your TV, a guy that size that can move that well at that position. You tend to look at that body frame as like a wide receiver or skill position, but to command the offense, being able to move the football up the field as a quarterback, that was impressive to see. So I didn't really know Jayden as much before this past season. And then I started watching him more, and I'm like, wow, he really impressed me by just, first of all, you can tell he loves football. And then secondly, you tell he's been working at football since he was a kid, so all that stuff I can see on through the TV.
Have you reached out to him?
Yeah, we talked a couple times. I'm gonna go check. Hopefully, I get to check out training camp or maybe the first game of the season.
You'll be
Um,
busy. I think you're going to be in, at some brasserie in Paris eating steak frites or something during training camp.
I know, I know. I think the first day of camp was what, maybe a couple weeks from now.
I'll FaceTime you in. We'll do a whole.
Yeah, make
I'm,
sure
gonna,
you
I'm
do
going.
that.
I'm going. You
Oh
were
yeah,
there last year. I thought that was insane. I bet if you're Jayden Daniels, you have Kevin Durant texting you. I can't even imagine what that means. And you played football. Is it true? I couldn't really get a straight answer. Did you play tight end at one point?
yeah, I did, and that took me right to the hard to the basketball court. That first catch over the middle, it took me. I picked up a basketball after that. Football is my first sport, which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Austin Rivers started this whole debate a couple months ago. Are you one of the 30 NBA players who could play in the NFL?
I need probably a little bit longer training than some other guys, but yeah, I feel like I can do anything.
Um, I mean, you're practicing your jumper in the club. I want to end there. I know you're a Disney fan. Listen, I know you're not Kevin. You're not going to believe this. I've been to a club or two in my life. I have.
Mhm.
I had my time. What I've never seen this though. What is the jumpers in the club working on your shot thing? What is happening?
So one of my boys at the time, I was lifting that whole week, so my shoulder was a little tight. So I was in the club like just doing this, you know what I'm saying? And then my boy was like, "Yo, I lock you up, like you can't score on me." And I like when he told me that, I was like, I was just trying to show him what I would do once we get on the court, like shadow boxing. I was shadow boxing, and I was just giving him my moves because he was like, you couldn't see him in the video. He was like right across
Oh,
yeah, he was across the in the section. I was like on the dance floor, and he was like screaming at me that he can guard me. So I had to show him what I was going to do to
got it. And now everybody knows. I don't know if anybody ever asked you.
him.
Last one for you. Who would make a better tight end, you or Draymond?
Me, you seen Draymond's footage? It looked terrible. Draymond played one spring game uh, when he was at Michigan State. I guess he
Popular.
was talking trash to all the players, and they told him to come out for the spring game, and he looked horrible.
But I mean, for you, it'd be hard to be a 7'2" tight end, since you are 7'2".
I can get down. I play guard in the NBA, so I can get down a little lower than you think.
We'll see. Maybe you'll do a flag. Maybe you'll win the gold in basketball and you'll be on the flag football team with Tyreek Hill in 2028.
That's
LA.
easy. That's easy.
That's easy. I love it.
That's
Kevin,
easy.
thank you so much. Go get that gold, baby. Put it in that safe and let's keep it rolling.
I appreciate you, Kay. Have a good one.
And good luck in Phoenix where you're happy and you're going to crush it.
Thank you.